Yo, you action figure enthusiast members out there and everyone who's watching. JC here, and we've got a lot to cover today. It's been over a week and a half since I last talked to you guys. I took last week off, my birthday. Had a great time. I got to visit with my dad some. Um, just took some time off. Got a great birthday gift from my wife. So it was a good time. But back at it, it's October 1st. We are just over a week until New York Comic Con starts. So next Thursday is when things at New York Comic Con will be kicking off. So a little bit of the calm before the storm, I would say. But again, being it's been a week and a half, we got quite a bit to go over today. But before we do that, let's just do a quick roll call, see who is in the house. We've got Paciano here. What is up? The Mass Figure Collector. Good to see you, my friend. Yes, the family as well. John, our final winner in September for Birthday Bash. Congrats, John from Ireland. He won the $100 store credit last week. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the Birthday Bash month. We will be doing some more contests probably this month. So probably not quite as many as we did last month, but you can't have a birthday every month. But definitely we'll be doing some more for you action figure enthusiast channel members. Zim is in the house. What is up? Sinister is in the house. Greetings. Jeremy is here as well. Mr. Allmine, Hobgoblin 1985. Good to see you, my friend. John is here. Good to see you. Raul is here. Elio Comics 1017. Choo Choo Shredder. Yes, one of our New York Comic Con exclusives for next week from NECA. I actually teased that at San Diego, but officially announced it. Jay is here. Good to see you. Virtual Dave. Good to see you, my friend from the UK. Big Rib, good to see you. Hanzo's in the house. What is up? Hope you had a. Yep, I sure did. You get to pick anything new. I not on the trip, but I did. Like when I got back from my trip, I had like at least 7 boxes waiting for me to open. So I didn't buy anything while I was I had gone to Florida to visit my dad and stuff, so I didn't buy anything down there, but I did have stuff waiting for me when I got back. Hasbro's been blowing up World's PayPal. Max Zombie, what's up from Holland? Good to see you, my friend. Quinn's Comics is in the house. Good to see you. Austin is here. Usually our first poster of the stream, but good to see you, Austin. Eric is here as well. So it looks like we got a pretty full house. So let's just jump over. Well, before we get in the news, I may give you guys, I may do something maybe for action figure enthusiast members, live demonstration of this. But my wife, I told you I had asked for this. And she delivered for me. It was waiting. Well, actually, it was delivered the day we got back, the day after we got back from Florida. But the new Star Wars pinball machine from Stern Pinball that is Costco exclusive. So you can actually probably find this at your local Costco if you're into pinball. So that's in my upstairs office, so it's not down here with me here. I didn't have room down here for things. That sucker's big, a lot bigger than like the arcade one up digital pinball machines. Much bigger than that. I can tell you that carrying it up the stairs was not fun, but we got it up and set up and everything. So big thanks to my wife for getting that for me for my birthday. That was my big birthday gift. All right, so let's get into the news. And we've got, let's see. Well, let's start off with Marvel. So, since I last talked to you guys, a number of things have gone up for pre-order, including the Punisher Nick Fury 2-pack that went up last week. Still available if you haven't got your hands on it. I definitely pre-ordered this one to go with my Punisher video game. You know, I have the cabinet, the Marvel Superheroes cabinet that has this game on it. So, in fact, if I go back, you can see it over here. And right now, I just have a regular Punisher and Nick Fury displayed on the cabinet, but I'll be switching those out with this new 2-pack. So that went up for pre-order. This week's pre-order going up tomorrow on Thursday is going to be that Champion Star Fox 2-pack. So that was announced at the last live stream. Actually, they first showed it off at San Diego, but then announced it as a 2-pack. So this is going up again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I don't have any pricing information on this one yet. So I don't know if it's going to be the same price as the Punisher Nick Fury 2-pack or the same price as the Deathbird Gladiator 2-pack that went up a couple of weeks ago. But this again tomorrow, October 2nd, should be available places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. It will also be available on Amazon as well. So if you've been wanting a Star Fox for your Avengers team or a Champion of the Galaxy, again, that set will be up tomorrow. Not much else. I mean, there really hasn't been any major Marvel Legend news. Other than I will say Dan Young seems to be teasing, and not really a surprise. But the next Marvel Legend made to pre-order looks like probably is going to go up. I'm guessing will go up next week during New York Comic Con, which is when the Sentinel went up last year. So, which was the second one from last year. So this year, the first one was Mephisto. And we should get a fourth made to Marvel Legend pre-order going up, I'm guessing, like I say, next week around New York Comic Con time. Have no idea what it's going to be. Some people think it's going to be an MCU Galactus. I don't know, maybe, a tool down, kind of like they did with the Sentinel, but Galactus. We'll see if that's what it is. It'll be number 4. Dragon Man, Sentinel last year, Mephisto this year, and whatever the fourth one will be again, which I'm pretty sure will be next week, is when it gets revealed. And the Sentinel, which is not yet shipped out to us, it was originally supposed to ship out this month, but was delayed till December. But again, I suspect we'll get the new made Marvel Legend pre-order reveal. Gargantos has been shipping out to folks. Amazon has it in stock. Entertainment Earth has it in stock. Mine arrived. It was one of the items that was waiting for me when I got back from Florida, which I have them set up. I don't know how well you can see them, but I have them set up back there with my other Marvel and Street Fighter figures on the cabinet. So he was pretty cool. Definitely glad to be adding him. Let's see, a lot of stuff started shipping this September. X-Men 97 wave has been shipping out to folks. I even saw, I think overseas, but I think people overseas have already started to get the second wave of mini comic figures. So a lot of stuff. Only other thing, just a reminder again, New York Comic Con next week, Hasbro will have panels. They will have a booth. Panels will be Thursday and Friday. So the first panel will be for Star Wars and Marvel, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern time. They have said sometime after the panel, they will have some I think same thing they did at San Diego, where they have like a pre-recorded version where they go over stuff that they'll put up on Pulse. I will tell you, I will be there this year at New York Comic Con covering these panels, so we will have live coverage as it happens on Marvelous News for you guys. And then the Star Wars, Disney, Marvel, and the Disney, Star Wars, and Marvel panel is Thursday, and then the Hasbro brand panel is Friday, which is again 11 to 12. So that'll be GI Joe, Transformers, something with Ghostbusters. So that'll be Friday. Cold Slither, which they had, the band that they've made up, will be playing in New York. They played at San Diego, but they'll also be at New York this year. There's a concert on Saturday. Exclusives, the Pythona, the Super Scroll. Now I'm blanking. Oh, the Mace Windu versus Palpatine 2-pack for Black Series. The Force Yoda, Anakin, and Obi-Wan Force Ghost 3-pack for Vintage Collection, and then the Nemesis Prime for Transformers are your con exclusives, which will be available. I'm going to try and definitely get the Pythona figure. Some will be available. This next week is New York Comic Con, and then on the 25th, the 24th and 25th will be MCM London. So there will also be Hasbro panels at that. The Hasbro panel for MCM is going to be on Saturday, October 25th, 11:45 a.m. I think that's London time, which I don't have the conversion. I'm not sure the time difference, but that's again the 25th. So it's one panel where I'm sure they're going to talk about all the various brands, GI Joe, Transformers, Marvel Legends, and Star Wars, all in the panel. And they will have those same exclusives that they're going to have at New York Comic Con available at MCM. And then sometime after that, they're supposed to have some available on Hasbro Pulse, but I'm going to say the Pythona will sell out quickly. I don't know about the others, but Pythona I think will definitely go fast. Transformers, new masterpiece reissue of Soundwave. So these are kind of in animated colors. I guess we call this. It's part of the what are they calling it? The MPG series. So this is supposed to be going up for pre-order next week. There's a rumored Blaster, MP Blaster, coming as well. That we have not seen any official images, but it seems like that's something that they had been teased. But Soundwave with Condor, Laserbeak masterpiece is coming from Takara. So if you missed out on the previous Soundwave, or if you just like these colors better, I guess that's something you might want to check out. For Missing Link, also RC G1 color RC is coming as well. Transformers, more Masters of the Universe mashups. Starscream and He-Man. So Starscream as Scareglow. It's kind of a weird combo, but that's available at Mattel Creations and Target. And then the other one is He-Man as Optimus Prime. So looks like He-Man is cosplaying as Optimus Prime, but that is your figure. I do like the power sword with the Matrix. That's kind of cool. So again, these are available at Target and Mattel Creations. If you want to add these to your collection, we had the first two of these Transformer Masters of the Universe combo figures go up during San Diego. So, and those have actually started to ship from Target, those first two. I got a shipping notice on those. I have not pre-ordered these two yet. I haven't decided if I'm going to, but GI Joe, we've been getting some digital renders. So Hit and Run, we've got a digital render for. Not a favorite character of mine, but I will probably pick this one up. Also, from the comic, for the more modern comics, we've got Dark Energon Mole Rat Stage 2. So I am not big into zombies and GI Joe, so this is one that I'm not that interested in personally. But if you like zombies and such for your GI Joe, has that kind of Transformer crossover with the Dark Energon, the shared universe. So I suspect we will be seeing more of these next week at New York Comic Con. I'm hoping we get a digital render for Flash here in the near future. Also, on the subject of G.I. Joe, something weird that they've been doing on Hasbro Pulse. So, offering a chase variant of the retro cardback Flint. So, basically, a different cardback. If you buy this retro cardback Flint on Pulse, and it sold out the first time, and then they brought it back. I think it's still available. The thing is, though, is you're not guaranteed of getting the alternate card back. So um, I don't know if they even give you the odds, but good chance if you buy it, you'll just get the regular version. But you might get this chase variant if that's your thing. Super 7, new reaction figures, a new Tiger Force Duke available at Target. And then G.I. Joe animated movie figures for reaction. These are O-ring reaction figures. So Pythona, Destro with his Arctic gear on, Big Lob, which is also coming to the classified line. Hopefully we'll see that one at New York Comic Con. And then Snake Eyes also in Arctic gear. But it looks like Snake Eyes is wearing shorts the way they've done the bottom of his coat. It looks like he's wearing a pair of shorts over his outfit. So that's kind of funny. But if you're into reaction, again, these are coming from Super 7. Let's see. Anything else terribly exciting on the G.I. Joe front? I think that covers G.I. Joe. So NECA. So first of all, these 2012 turtle figures, which were originally available on the NECA store, are now available. Well, they were available on Walmart. They sold out pretty quickly. I don't think these are Walmart exclusives. Um, they didn't specifically call them out as Walmart exclusives. You will notice on these images they released, they do have the Walmart logo on them, but they have not said these are exclusive to Walmart. So I'm hoping at some point these will be available elsewhere. What is Walmart exclusive are these new 90s Ultimate movie turtle figures. So these are coming to Walmart, not yet available online at least, but if you've missed out on previous releases of these guys, these look like, a little bit updated. Maybe the best versions of these movie turtles that they've done to date. But these are Walmart exclusive. So these will, just like with all the movie stuff for turtles, these will only be available at Walmart. I guess technically, it looks like these will be available during Walmart Collector Con. So they said basically on 10/9, that's the first day of Walmart Collector Con. So next week. So I'm guessing these will be available online next week for Walmart Collector Con. We got some. We had seen these before, but we've got some official images for Rocksteady and Bebop dressed up as Grandma and the baby. These are going to be Target exclusives here in the United States. And then also the turtles, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive box set, but these are variations of the beach going turtles on vacation. Two different 2-packs to get all 4 turtles. So Michelangelo and Raphael in one 2-pack, and Leonardo and Donatello in the second 2-pack. If you're into Caroline, some figures that went up. I haven't looked to see if these are still available. So if you're into the Caroline NECA stuff, that's pretty much it on NECA's front. Let's jump over to McFarlane. So pre-order tomorrow, the next wave of Super Friends. These were announced during the last McFarlane Toy Show, so we've talked about these before. Really, the only update I have for you is Todd, in his infinite wisdom, has made one of the Wonder Twins a red platinum figure. So, which you can get at GameStop, will be available online at GameStop with Gleek, but this will not be available everywhere. It'll also be available at physical stores, just like we saw with the Batman Return stuff. But I had a suspicion he was going to do that, make one of the Wonder Twins a red platinum. There's always a red platinum in these Super Friends waves. They didn't announce what it was until this past weekend. But when we talked about these, when they were originally announced after the McFarlane Toy Show, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they made one of the Wonder Twins the red platinum. Brainiac, the other figures in this wave are Aquaman, Bizarro Batman, Bizarro Superman, and Brainiac. So, and then again, both of the Wonder Twins and Gleek comes with Jane. So pre-orders open up for those tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Earlier this week, we had the new DC Page Puncher figures. These were also announced at the McFarlane Toy Show. These went up for pre-order. Was it yesterday or the day before? It was yesterday. So these were yesterday's pre-orders. The Joker figure, which was the coolest of the bunch, sold out in seconds like everywhere. I think that this figure might hold the record now for selling out fast. I mean, most of these McFarlane DC figures these days sell out very quickly online because for whatever reason, Todd's just not allocating that much to online. But this one was just like super quick everywhere, like sold out in seconds. So Joker with the soft goods coat. The hat is not removable, but still pretty nice looking Joker. Has the revolver, figure stand. And then also that Superman with the mullet. That one sold out, I think, everywhere eventually, but it lasted a little bit longer. Has a soft goods cape based on the 0 hour. Now, there's supposed to be red platinum figures. In fact, rumored to be Cheetah, and I forget the name of the second guy. He's like red and black. I forget his name. But like Entertainment Earth didn't have it listed in their case. GameStop didn't offer the red platinums. There's been during the McFarlane Toy Show, they did suggest that there would be some red platinum figures in this wave, but so far, at least, there's been no indication anything officially of those. So my guess is they'll just, when these start to show up at physical stores, people will start to find the red platinum figures. So there you go. Other McFarlane news, there was an event this past weekend at EB Games, which of course is owned by one of the co-owners of McFarlane Toys, where they showed off new McFarlane products. So this was in Canada. But the big new reveal, never seen before, is the DC Multiverse version of the Batmobile. So we got the 6-inch, for the 6-inch subline of the Batmobile that Todd did, but this is a 7-inch scale DC Multiverse version. So this will scale better with the other Batmobiles that McFarlane Toys has done. They did do the Adam West Batman in a 7-inch scale DC Multiverse. We never got Robin though. And I don't know if there'll be any, we don't have any details on this, so I don't know when, where, or how this will be released. I'm thinking probably a McFarlane store exclusive, but again, that's just speculation on my part. And whether it includes like a Robin figure or not, I don't know. A 66 Robin, I don't know. Doors, I don't believe open. I don't think it has any lights or sounds. In the demonstration video that the McFarlane Toys people posted to Instagram for this, they did not demonstrate any kind of electronics. So I don't think it lights up. So pretty basic. It does hold 2 figures. But, I don't know. And I don't know what the price is. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But again, there is a 7-inch scale 66 Batmobile coming from McFarlane Toys. And this is our first look at it. And you can see the 89 Batmobile next to it, along with the newer Val Kilmer Batmobile. So when more details become available on that, of course, I will update you guys. Now, last week we had going up for pre-order those Batman Return figures. Those sold out fairly quickly. Not as quick as the Joker this week, but those sold out fairly quickly. Oh, also at that event, they had on display some of those Mortal Kombat 2-packs. So the 2-pack was Raiden and Scorpion and Liu Kang and Reptile. So this is your next wave of Mortal Kombat 2-packs. These Turtle Page Puncher figures, those are actually starting to hit Target shelves now. Last week we got the Godzilla Wonder Woman 2-pack. Has both the 7-inch and the 3 3/4-inch Wonder Woman. So that sold out pretty quickly, I think. Harley Quinn crowdfund launched. So that is going on now. I haven't really checked on it. So right now, they're up to $169,740 or $764.56. The minimum funding goal for this one is $250,000. It's got 26 days to go. So this was announced during the McFarlane Toy Show. We talked about it previously. You have certain tiers. The first tier, just with the Harley, based on the Suicide Squad movie, comes with a bat, a revolver, and some art cards. That's $29.99. Fabric stockings on this one. And then if you go bump up to tier number 2, that's $34.99. So same thing as tier number 1, but you get extra parts so that you can have her wearing a jacket. So upper torso, arms, and a jacket piece. So also you get additional face plates, and you get Joker's revolver, you get a mallet, and some extra hands. So that is level 2. Then you go to level 3, which comes with the Jared Leto Joker from Suicide Squad. So that's $49.99. So everything the in level 1 and 2, plus the Joker figure. And then finally, everything in levels 1 through 3. And then in addition, you get an extra Harley figure in alternate black and red colors, not seen in the movie, but just kind of a what if this is the color scheme that they went with, or more traditional, black and red colors in that same outfit. So essentially an alternate painted version of Harley. So and that one is let's see, that one is $69.99. So those are your 4 different levels that you can decide to back. Right now, again, 26 days, plenty of time to go, but it has not yet reached its minimum funding goal. We'll see if, I suspect even if it didn't reach its minimum funding goal, that Todd would still push it through, just like we saw with their DC, Kenner line, Super Friends or Superpowers line. When those didn't reach the funding goal, they just kind of changed it. Let's see. And yeah, so last week we had those Batman returns, so they pretty much sold out everywhere. But I was able to pre-order them. I got the 3 regular figures at Big Bad Toy Store, and I got the Max Shrek at GameStop, and I even decided to go in and get the Duck vehicle that was also at GameStop, and then the deluxe Commando Penguins was McFarlane's store. So this was like a last minute purchase for me. I wasn't gonna get these, and then at the last minute I caved. I have all the other movie Batman figures from that era that McFarlane's done, so I was like, yeah, I might as well get those. Let's see. Listed but not yet available on Target is those Jack specific figures. That comes with it's the Sonic Justice League crossover figure. So these are 5-inch figures. The Sonic figures are like 3.5 inches tall. So Batman with Batman Sonic, Superman with Superman Tails, and Cyborg or Knuckles. I'm sorry, Superman Knuckles, and then Cyborg with Cyborg Tails. So not yet available for purchase, but again, these are currently listed. Plus, it gives us our first look at the packaging for these figures. Again, these are the DC figures here are 5-inch scale, not 6 or 7-inch. And I suspect Target will make them available soon, but I don't know exactly when. I don't think they've ever been available for purchase. Maybe they were and they just sold. I don't know. And I'm sure they'll be hitting physical Target stores as well. Wonderfest is this week, so images of prototypes from various overseas companies have been hitting the internet. Also, toying around, discovered these Stranger Things 6-inch figures from Jazzwares. So based on the upcoming season, 11 and Dustin. These were found at Walmart in Canada, but eventually they'll be available here in the US. So these again are 6-inch figures. These are Stranger Thing characters, are starting to look all grown up. Older versions of them. Hot Toys for you 112 Collective fans has a new 112 Red Hood figure. This is a Mezco store exclusive, so Mezco is the only place to get it. Last time I checked, it was still available, but maybe it's sold out. I don't know. I don't know. Did they pull this? I don't know. It was listed on here earlier, but now it's seems to be gone. So I'm not sure what's up with that. I don't know if it's sold out. Usually they put a waiting list up. They don't just pull the listing. So the fact that it doesn't seem to be there strikes me more that maybe they just pulled it for some reason. We've talked about this before from Basic Fun. If you're into home arcade games, WrestleFest, the classic WWE or back then WWF wrestling game, looks like it's going to be going up soon. So these are the different versions that you can choose from. There's the 4-player version. So again, this is from Basic Fun, not Arcade One Up, but same type of deal. Then there's the 2-player Ultra Series. Then you have a counter series version that's 16 inches. And then if you want a handheld version, there's the 6-inch version. So Sergeant Slaughter, which was in the original game, will not be in this version, I guess due to licensing reasons. And this a tag team, dudes with the spikes and oh god, now their names have slipped my mind. But there was a tag team on the original cabinet that is not going to be on this one because of licensing. So it's not a 100% authentic reproduction of the original game, but pretty close. It is listed on Amazon, but not yet available for purchase. And there are other games. There's another wrestling game, Superstars, and then there's Big Pro Wrestling, Super Dodgeball, the Aerobatic Dogfight is the other game. So there are other games on the cabinet. And it is, like I said, it is listed on Amazon, but not yet available for purchase. I'm guessing probably next month, maybe around New York Comic Con, it might be. So Basic Fun is also doing a lot of the same type of cabinets that Arcade One Up had done. So they are doing a Star Wars one, though it's going to have the Return of the Jedi game skin. You know, the cabinets looks like the Return of the Jedi one, as opposed to the original Star Wars, like you see behind me from Arcade One Up. So the Arcade One Up has the Return of the Jedi game on it, but the cabinet itself is made to look like the original Star Wars one, which was the best. They did Empire Strikes Back and Star Wars, or Return of the Jedi, but the Star Wars was definitely the best of them. But again, Basic Fun is doing a Return of the Jedi cabinet with those 3 games on it. They're doing Centipede, which will have Millipede, Asteroids, Tempest. You know, pretty much all these other games are either very obscure games or games that Arcade One Up has already done. Tetris is kind of interesting, and I don't know, like some of these are just handheld. So that's really what Basic Fun had originally specialized in, was handhelds, but now they're upgrading to the larger cabinets. Still don't have any pricing information. Here's a video showing you the gameplay. Hulk Hogan, Million Dollar Man, Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake, Big Boss Man. Maybe the tag team is on there. So maybe it's just Sergeant Slaughter that's not included, who was on the original game. But I am probably going to get this one. I haven't decided if I'm going to get like, I'm either going to get the countercade version just due to spacing, or the 2-player version. I don't think I'll get the 4-player version. So that is probably the nicest cabinet. But I may get like this countercade one. And you can see again the Return of the Jedi here and their Centipede cabinet, which they're going to be doing as well. So these are supposed to be out by Christmas time this year, and I suspect they'll go up for pre-order probably next month or this month, later this month. And I think at least like the 2-player version is going to cost somewhere between $500 and $600. I got some Hot Toys stuff. So Harley Quinn, if Todd's Harley doesn't do it for you, you can get the Hot Toys version. That's available for pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store. That one's looking pretty good. I think they did this one before, but I want to say they did it before. Definitely got the short shorts going on with that one. Real Ghostbusters. So the next 112 Real Ghostbusters from Mondo, that is available for pre-order now on the Mondo store. So Ray is now available. Ray and Mr. Gash, I guess, is the monster's name. And speaking of Mondo, those Masters of the Universe figures went up last week. The first two, He-Man, 2000X He-Man and Clawful. Turns out these are actually more expensive than the real Ghostbuster figures. Originally, these were supposed to be cheaper than the real Ghostbusters, but He-Man is $115 and Clawful is $125. I do think they did a cheaper version of He-Man. It's like $100, but yeah. And I mean, I will say these are nice. These are probably nicer than the Ghostbusters detail wise. You do get a display base, multiple. I mean, yeah, these are really nice looking figures. Clawful's about 8.5 inches tall. So I would say these are like, especially if you're a fan of 2000X He-Man, these are like the ultimate versions in the scale that we probably will ever see, but they are very costly, over $100 each. And that's not even including like shipping. I want to say with like, if you got both figures with shipping, it came out to like $340, something like that. So I have not pre-ordered these yet. I am still on the fence. I really like these. And remember, Mattel is actually doing cheaper versions of 2000X He-Man. But if I was going to go with, I'd probably go with these nicer ones. He-Man has like the fabric loincloth on the shorts and the fabric on the boots. I mean, just like really nice detailing and everything with these. So now the pre-order window on these, again, it's a timed pre-order. So you don't have to worry about them selling out. You have until August 17th. So I suspect these will be on display at New York Comic. I mean, these were on display at San Diego. But I suspect these will also be on display at New York Comic Con. I didn't get to see I wasn't at San Diego, so I'll get to see them in person probably next week. And that's probably when I'll make up my mind. Because, like I say, they're really nice. I really like them, but I'm just not sure I want to spend that much. And the second wave is Skeletor and Man-at-Arms, which is supposed to go up next month. So it's not just like the price of these two figures, but it's like, if this line has any longevity, do I really, that's going to be a costly action figure line to get. So it's like, do I get them all if I decide to collect them, or do maybe I just get He-Man and Skeletor, skip the others? I don't know. Like I say, I haven't decided. And I believe there'll be versions probably without like the display bases and stuff that will be offered at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth at some later time. Also from Hot Toys, a new Anakin figure. So that's available at Big Bad Toy Store. It's a new SH figure. It's Boba Fett figure coming from the Book of Boba Fett. Got the preview image for that one. Blockies, Star Wars, Darth Vader, and Stormtrooper. We've talked a little bit about these before. Those are available at Big Bad Toy Store. Or was it Entertainment Earth? It's Big Bad Toy Store. For you holiday figure fans, coming to Shop Disney October 6th at midnight is a new R2 unit for the Droid Factory. Decked out as a candy cane. This is, of course, a 3 3/4 inch figure. They also have the little bit larger size remote control figure. They're doing a holiday version of that one too. So those are Shop Disney exclusives. John Wick, Hot Toys. I think we talked about this one before. It's available for pre-order. Also have a Predator, Hot Toys, Broken Tusk Predator. NECA has also announced. So NECA will be at New York Comic Con next week. We talked about the Shredder. Actually, I think I forgot to talk about this. So this is the New York Comic Con exclusive from NECA. This is Shredder, Chef Shredder, or Choo Choo Shredder, in the train outfit based on one of the episodes. I don't even remember the episode, but it is based on a cartoon episode. So this will be available at New York Comic Con at their booth, but also will be available on the NECA store. So if you don't go to Comic Con, you will have a chance to get this one if you want. So yeah, I think that pretty much brings us up to date. I won't swear that I missed something, but I think that pretty much covers us. So Davey Sock Rocker says Russell. Yeah, I love that game. I definitely. I don't have. I'm gonna have to move one of these cabinets back here out. I haven't quite decided which one, but I'm definitely gonna get the WrestleFest. But that's why I'm maybe leaning towards the counter one, because I can switch out. You can see the Mortal Kombat counter from Arcade 1-Up back there. So I may switch that out with the WrestleFest if I go that route, if I get the counter one. I kind of want the full-size one. I just be hard-pressed to find room for it. Sean is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Eric pre-ordered the Punisher 2-pack. Eric, yes. The Mephisto, yes, Mephisto closed several weeks ago. So now well, if you missed out, we saw Dragon Man be made available again after the pre-order window, in stock. So, we'll have to see if that happens with any of these others. So if you missed out on that pre-order window for any of those, you might get another shot at it without having to go to the secondary market. Hanzo, the rotatable ion Gargantos is really dope. I agree. At first, I was like, I wish they hadn't made him quite so big. But and again, he's back there, but he actually looks pretty good with the other figures. Again, he is definitely a little bit bigger than he appears in the video game, but actually thought he ended up coming like the best pose is when he getting him in that pose where he's folding his arms and stuff. That's like the best pose for him. Natural Nate Marvel, what is they will have, yeah, they will definitely have Pythona at New York Comic Con. And I normally don't try and stand in line at conventions to get the exclusives. I usually just wait and see if I can buy it online. But Pythona, I am probably going to at least make the attempt to try and pick it up while I'm at New York Comic Con. I hope they have enough at New York Comic Con that like they don't sell out every day. Because like my best chance to have time to be able to sit in line to get her would be on Saturday. So like hopefully they won't be totally sold out by Saturday. Quinn's Comics, I've been getting a lot of stuff in X-Men 97, G.I. Joe Classified, Transformers, Marvel Magic figures, etc. Et yeah, a lot of stuff been coming. So I told you about Gargantos arrived. The GameStop exclusive Katana, Mortal Kombat Katana, or I guess that was a red platinum, but GameStop was the only place online that was offering it. So she arrived. That's the only McFarlane Mortal Kombat figure that has shown up so far. The 2-pack from Walmart got delayed, and the regular figures have not shown up yet. From like I think I pre-ordered those from Big Bad Toy Store. So, but Katana was here waiting for me when I got back last week. Slice and Dice showed up from Hasbro Pulse for G.I. Joe Classified. Also, Cobra Snake Armor finally showed up. So I don't know if you can see that one, but I got that one displayed back there with my G.I. Joe vehicle battle diorama. So that one showed up. The third party Transformers MP Cliff Jumper that I bought showed up. And the Masterpiece hoist that I actually I didn't realize had even come out. I totally missed that one for some reason. So I ended up getting that one, and that showed up. And I think, and my Mercer Sergeant Slaughter 2-pack for G.I. Joe Classified has also shown up. So those are my most recent additions. The X-Men 97 figures that I got are waiting for me, are in my pile of loot from Big Bad Toy Store. So that wave has been hitting a lot of places. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I think also the Wolverine Silver Samurai Game Reverse 2-pack is also in my pile of loot. That one's been sitting in my pile of loot for a little while now. But those X-Men 97 figures just came in. So yeah, a lot of stuff's been hitting this past month. Eric, so I ordered the 2 that came out during San Diego Comic Con. I have not pre-ordered the 2 that just went up, the Starscream and the Optimus He-Man. But I just got a shipping notice from Target that those first 2 are shipping, so I'll probably wait and see how I like those. and then decide whether I'm going to get the other two. NECA 2002 Turtle, Shredder, and Foot Soldiers have pages on Target's website, but have not gone up for. Yeah, I knew Shredder because Shredder first showed up on Target's website. Wasn't available for purchase, but sometimes that doesn't always mean that they're actually going to carry it. Sometimes I've seen, especially like with Amazon, they'll list stuff that they never actually end up carrying. It's kind of weird. But I don't think those 2012, unlike the 1990 Turtle figures that NECA specifically said were Walmart exclusives, they never used the word exclusive with the 2012 stuff. So, obviously, Walmart is getting first dibs, but eventually, I believe they will be available elsewhere. And obviously, NECA store was actually the first one with first dibs. But I think on Walmart they were actually in stock. I think they were actually, so people that were able to buy them from Walmart, I think they've started to ship out. Hanzo feels like talking about McFarlane feels like he made a deal with big box retail stores. If he ships them more physical products, they will allocate. Yeah, I would even go as far as to say that once Todd loses the DC license, the big box retailers are probably going to be far less interested in carrying his stuff. So I think that's probably why you see him trying to cater more to the big box stores, because he wants to make sure that they continue to carry his products even after he loses the DC license, which is supposed to end towards the middle of next year. So he's got about, the rest of this year and a couple of months next year left with the DC license. So that's my speculation on why we've seen this past year where like online retailers other than maybe GameStop, which again, you know, one of the owners of McFarlane Toys owns the Canada version of GameStop. So obviously there's some favoritism being played there. Hanzo says, pretty sure the McFarlane Mortal Kombat Classic figures are the same tooling bucks articulation as their Mortal Kombat 11 figures were, but new sculpted overlay. I have not looked at them close enough. Wouldn't surprise me, but I couldn't sit here and say that definitively. Rashid, yeah, I mean, I like hot toys and I have a few hot toys, but I've never been a big 12-inch figure collector, period. Even if I had the space and money, I'm not sure I'd really do a lot of hot toys. Maybe, but I actually, I just prefer a smaller scale figure in general. 6 or 7 inch is kind of the sweet spot to me. They're big enough to give you nice detail, but they're small enough that you can handle them easily in your hand, and you don't have to worry about breakage as much. Not always, but and they don't take up as much space. Davey Sock Rocker, yeah, the new Mattel 2000X figures look depressing compared. Well, yeah, but I mean, let's be fair. There's a huge price difference between the two. So, for what you're paying for the Mattel ones, I don't think they look bad. But if money's not an object and you just want like really, really nicely detailed figures, you're going to go with the Mondo ones. But if you're on a more of a budget, then the Mattel ones are going to probably work out better for you. And the Mattel ones are also, they're a little bit bigger than Origins. they're more in line with, I guess, like their Thundercat, He-Man mashup figures, but they're not, they are not like high-end collectible figures. Figure Fear. Oh, is Joker still up on GameStop? They were actually pretty late getting him up as well, but I'm surprised he has not sold out. GameStop, though, a lot of stuff that sells out very quick. Again, you know, I can only speculate, but it seems like there's some favoritism with GameStop where like they seem to be allocating more to GameStop, not just in Canada, but in the United States over anybody else online. Yeah, the fact that like almost every red platinum figure is essentially online now as a GameStop exclusive. Like I noticed with last week's Batman Return figures, in the past, like you could buy a case from Entertainment Earth and be sure to get the red platinum figures. But I noticed that the Max Shrek platinum figure was not included in the case with the regular Batman Return figures. Instead, you got the John Cena Peacemaker figure was randomly put in that case with those Batman figures. So, like the only place online that had the Max Shrek figure was GameStop, and then physical Targets and Walmarts, I guess, will get Shrek, which actually I've seen. Looks like at least out on the West Coast, those Batman Return figures have already started to show up at Target stores. So, but definitely seems like some favoritism going on with GameStop. Jay, Hot Toys is for display, not for play. Yeah, definitely. All right, well, we're over the hour today. So, like I say, I may do a special video just to kind of give a tour with the new pinball machine for action figure enthusiast members this week, if I get a chance. This is kind of a busy week as I'm getting ready, for New York Comic Con and stuff. So, just trying to fit things in. But next week definitely should be fun and exciting with New York Comic Con reveals. I will be probably doing some streams from New York Comic Con next week. So this week, kind of play it by ear. Same thing, like you notice Monday, I did not get up a regular pre-recorded or recorded news video because I had just gotten back from my trip and I didn't really have time. But also, again, probably won't see those return until after New York Comic Con. So probably just be doing the live streams between now and during New York Comic Con. And then we'll get back to the recorded videos afterwards when, when my schedule gets a little bit back to normal. Oh yeah, Paciano, the G.I. Joe Classified Police Officer is in stock. It's available a lot of places, but is in stock currently at Amazon if you want that right away. GameStop needs the favoritism. Yeah, they do. All right, so we're going to leave it there for today. We'll play it by ear as far as Wednesday. Depends on how much news happens between. Yeah, I figure this week is going to be a little bit on the quiet side, other than the couple of pre-orders. Again, remember tomorrow, kind of a big pre-order day with the Marvel Legend Champion Star Fox 2-pack, and then the McFarlane Toys Super Friends 6-inch figures. Third wave of those all go up for pre-order tomorrow. But as far as like reveals and stuff, maybe we'll get a few more G.I. Joe renders, I'm thinking, between now and New York Comic Con, and some Wonderfest stuff from overseas companies. But for the most part, it's probably going to be somewhat quiet this week, and then next week things will ramp up. And we've got 2 conventions this month, remember. So New York Comic Con next week, and then on the 24th, MCM London. So definitely should be an exciting month. But thank you guys for checking out today's video. As always, stay safe. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. You can also think about becoming an action figure enthusiast channel member. There's a link in the video description below with more details on that. Check out all the names of everyone who's already joined, scrolling down at the bottom of your screen. And for the latest in action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great!